Welcome! It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, well, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
Hopefully, when you keep a door open for others or give an elderly person a seat on the bus, you don't think anything about it. Small acts of kindness are meant to be no-brainers, reflexes that actually barely register. All too often, though, people are so caught up in their own lives that they fail to continue to pay kindness. When this happens, it becomes immediately apparent just how important these little acts of love really are. Nobody knows this better than Robert Risden, a soldier who, walking into a Taco Bell late one rainy night, saw firsthand how much a simple act of kindness would make a difference. Coming home from work, Army Lieutenant Colonel Robert Risden realized he was hungry. It was late, around 9:30 p.m., so he pulled into the nearest fast food restaurant to have a quick dinner, a decision that would end up impacting more people than he thought. He walked in, and the late dinner crowd greeted him. Everybody in the restaurant looked muddy, cold, and all around miserable due to the pouring rain. Because of this, they were not greeted with smiles when two soaking wet figures came in. Robert watched the pair move from table to table, mumbling something to every irritated customer, all of whom brushed it away easily. The closer they got to the table with Robert, the more interested he became. See, it soon became evident that the enigmatic men really were just young people. Robert noticed the two boys taller shoving his hands in his pocket. It was dinner time, so they were clearly not there to eat. Robert had been talking about the other customers. He had no idea what the boys had been asking them about, but it must not have been a fun conversation with their irritated expressions. Even the cashier would look anxious. But he thought only one thing as they got closer: empathy. In addition, empathy. I can't count even the amount of times I've been in the army cold, wet, and hungry, he said. He was stationed in Saudi Arabia, and he was no stranger to hunger or extreme cold. So it was obvious that both of these boys had felt their share. These boys were not even in a foreign country. They were in rural Alabama, right there, clearly in need of some support. It wasn't until they had reached Robert's table that he actually figured out what everyone was talking for. "Want to buy some sweets?" they were telling him. Robert was only shocked for a moment. This was the least expected of all the questions that they may have asked. By their slumped positions, he could tell they were tired. He dreaded to send them his answer because of this. "I have no cash," he announced honestly. He saw the boys smile and walk away until he asked them a question that stopped them in their tracks right away. "Could you boys get 10 tacos done?" he was wondering. Both agreed, and Robert took the boys up to the counter to buy something they needed. He learned how they ended up soaking wet and selling sweets when he started talking to them. It turned out that by walking and selling all the candy they could door to door, the boys had been trying to collect funds for their local church. The older person actually shook his head when he asked if they had eaten. Robert was touched by their intentions and admired them for working so hard. These were kids who were determined to help others, even if it meant skipping meals and getting wet in the rain. As a soldier, Robert had been in similar situations himself.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.